Today we're talking about the pros and cons of the National Flood Insurance Program, what you need to know to avoid financial devastation. Let's get started. Hello, my name's Chris Green, president and owner of the Flood Insurance Guru. And more than 12 years ago, I bought a house in a flood zone. Had a terrible experience with it. Lost thousands of dollars on property value. And so for the last 12 years, I've been teaching people how to avoid these same mistakes that I made these many years ago. Today, we're talking about pros and cons of the National Flood Insurance Program. So maybe you got a flood insurance quote, you're looking at it, you're reviewing the National Flood Insurance Program policy, you're trying to figure out, hey, is this the best option for me? What do I need to know? So let's talk about, first of all, some of these pros. When it comes to pros, that's coverage amounts. You know, with the National Flood Insurance Program, if you're in a participating community, you can get up to $250,000 in building coverage. You can get up to $100,000 in contents coverage. That's great news when it comes to coverage. When we're talking about a primary residential property, you could get replacement costs up to $250,000. One of the other benefits or pros of the National Flood Insurance Program is generally your policy is not going to be canceled. So if you have a property that unfortunately has a lot of flood prone issues where you're having to file a lot of claims, you don't have to worry about your policy generally being canceled for a reason like this. One of the other pros of the National Flood Insurance Program is the way they max out their rate increases generally at a max amount of 18%. Now this serves as a great benefit when it comes to the National Flood Insurance Program. Now let's talk about some cons. And the first thing is you can only get building coverage up to $250,000. You can only get contents coverage up to $100,000. Replacement cost on your contents is not available. You don't have access to any additional living expenses with the federal program. One of the cons is, every rate's the same. So it doesn't matter where you go, there's no other option with the National Flood Insurance Program. The other con is you're going off the federal government's rules. They're the ones who set the rules on all of this stuff. So these are some pros and some cons when it comes to the National Flood Insurance Program. Now, when it comes to pricing, don't waste your time pricing around a National Flood Insurance Program policy, because once you get one, it should be the same as long as the coverages are the same, unless you're doing something like a policy assumption. So this is pros and cons of the National Flood Insurance Program. If you want to learn more information about what your flood insurance options are, you can click up here in the corner of the video and understand the difference between the National Flood Insurance Program and private flood insurance. Thank you.